Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on last year's national champions, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Lobos will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oklahoma's offense will go on the attack first. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
Let's see what he can do with it. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So New Mexico's offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
He'll do it himself. Turning it on! They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Lobos getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Back to pass on 2nd down. Slides away. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Lobos decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Complete to the left. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Kick is in the air. Catch is made at the 15. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Humphrey. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good team.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. The give. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Vanderbilt is going to walk off the field there in Nashville with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The Lobos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working that left side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They punt it away on fourth down. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They'll run for it on third and short. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal for this offense. They'll try to pass their way in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. On the option. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good...
Breaks into the open. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Sooners want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Pulls it in, it's Tatum. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the run, it's Humphrey. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Here's the pressure. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions with sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Lobos line up to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. From midfield, looking for room. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Sategna. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw on 3rd. Rushes on him. Dances away. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. The Lobos send out the punt unit. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking to fire. Gonna let it fly. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
The Sooners will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28. They'll run it. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Got an open man. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They'll give it to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. And the Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw, it's Hawkins. That's reeled in, it's Kearney. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Miller. And the coverage team gets to return her on the ground. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want... And the ball's free in the backfield. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
The one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Going downfield for the big play. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. The Lobos will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the catch around the 50. And the returner will be dragged down. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. He'll keep it himself. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Tatum. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Fitted in the window for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. To the air, it's Hawkins. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Caught in the backfield, it's Valdez. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. To the air on second down. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Lobos will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. He's got great speed. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the offense back onto the field. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Wide open downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Tatum. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide. Dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Syracuse packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Otto's Army with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in central New York. A top 25 flash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Lost the fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He'll keep it on the sneak. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The sure hands, it's Miller. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Lobos will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and take it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Looking for a gap. It's Tatum. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Hawkins. Caught in the backfield. It's Tatum. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He's got it. 1st down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Grabs behind the line. It's Wheeler. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on 2nd down. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Tatum. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Sooners! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a heat. And the Lobos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Lobos decide to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Snagged in the middle. It's Gibson. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. First and 10 coming up. The pull and throw off the RPO. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Caught close to the marker, it's Buckley. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Takes the handoff, it's Humphrey. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Humphrey. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. To the air, it's Hawkins. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, the problem for this offense now, late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Sooners! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. All that speculation all week, and now we know. And something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That's caught. It's Valdez. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? He wants a big play here late. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Lobos will try to pin them back with the punt. Corrals it at the 45. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Throws for the tight end. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Blair. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
How about the Hail Mary? Listen, you're supposed to throw that thing way up in the air. He puts it up in the air high. The defender, you're not supposed to try to catch it. You're supposed to knock it down. It gets deflected. And how about the concentration by the receiver to catch the football, make the play with all those bodies around him?
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.